What's up, everybody? This is Joseph R. Wheeler III, the artist, the founder, and the president of the Honest Con Foundation on a very noisy day outside. Hopefully all that background noise won't be too much for y'all to hear what I have to say. I wanted to make a real quick, short one that is very important still at the same time. I haven't done any content for the business in a while, so welcome to another episode of Honest Con's The Business, where I discuss the ins and outs, the quality of life, the pursuit of happiness, the business arrangements, the relationships that have to be formed in and around the film business and all related arts businesses. I stress arts businesses because sometimes we're not necessarily talking about film business, but film is so all-encompassing that pretty much any of the arts have something to do with a part of the process of making film. So, that said, wanted to address something that I've come to a decision on in the last few days officially, but basically something that I've always known to be true. And that is staying true to who you are no matter what as an artist. So what I mean by that is really locking in on who you are ethically, spiritually, mentally, physically, etc., and not budging on it for anyone and anything, for any opportunity. Because a lot of times in this biz, people stretch themselves, change themselves, manipulate themselves from their own being to who they hang around with, for what they want to be known to be associated with, and a number of things just to fit in, literally just to fit in, just to get an opportunity, just to get work, just to keep work, just to hope that it turns into work in the future, things of that nature, right? But what I've learned about that way of thinking is a lot of times, not only do you not have to do that, but it's not to say it doesn't yield some results. I'm not saying that. And I'm definitely not saying doing anything outside of something ethical, logical, or something dysfunctional, because I'm big on function versus dysfunction. I don't get into right and wrong. That's my law of life. I say it's all about function and dysfunction. If something is dysfunctional, it's going to show examples of that. You're going to see the fallout. You're going to see the problems with it. You're going to see why it doesn't work, why it's not healthy, why it doesn't have longevity, right? Versus things that do, which are functional. So before I go all the way in, let me make it clear. Honest Con, even though this is the Honest Con program, the views and opinions expressed during this are mine and mine alone as Joseph R. Wheeler III, as a host of this show for Honest Con. And Honest Con is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. If you didn't know, you can contribute anytime, donate to our Venmo at OnyxCon. All right? Hair and makeup, please. Okay, so what does it mean to basically hold true to yourself and not budge for anybody and anything? And why is that so valuable? So I had an opportunity, or I've been having opportunity, to be on set with incredible legends in the biz ever since I started. And I've been in this business for over 9 years, in the Atlanta area especially. I've also worked in Los Angeles. I've also worked in some other states, but those have been the two main things, right here in Georgia and in LA. So I've literally met some absolute legends in the film biz, watched them perform, watched them work, and even have been privy to some conversations, some one-on-one conversations, some real heart-to-heart conversations with some legends. And then I've had opportunities where people were just speaking to the crowd, speaking to all of us. I mean, I say all of us. I'm saying maybe I was there doing stand-in, or I was doing background, or I was doing whatever my position was on set that day. I've even done COVID compliance, the COVID monitors since this has been going on. So I've done a lot. And I've had an opportunity to talk to all types of people at different times in a work day and get a lot of expressed genuine opinions on how to survive this biz and how to do it responsibly, ethically. I can't stress these words enough. I keep saying them because it's a reason. And so I'm saying, when you know who you are and you stand on something that is functional and not dysfunctional, and you feel sometimes that, but some dysfunctional things, that's what's popping, that's what's popular, that's what's hot, that's what's selling. Being ratchet, for instance, is become a code of a genre. Like, you look at all the people who were ratchet and made it to the top. They've done so many things, these different rappers, these different actors and actresses who wild out off camera and do all kind of crazy stuff and still come back and have a career and la 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 blah 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 blah. And you start thinking, well, maybe this is what I got to do to make it. I got to act a fool too. I got to be real crazy and whatever, right? Whatever you thinking of doing, if it's not you, why do it at all? And if you know it's dysfunctional, whether you know it or not, you'll pay the price later. Because that's the problem with a lot of dysfunctional behavior. People don't know it's dysfunctional. They find out the hard way. And it's too late because it can ruin your career, And there are literally some things that some people can get away with that you as an individual cannot. I'm going to say that again. There's some things that some people can get away with that you just cannot get away with, right? But at the same time, that's not to say that you shouldn't stand on who you are, again, if it's ethical, if it is functional, not dysfunctional. And no matter what's going on around you that seems to cater to all of the dysfunction and craziness, speak your heart, speak your mind, stand 10 toes down strong on what you believe in, and don't budge for nothing and nobody. I don't care how many people around you make it seem like you overreacting, or you ought to just chill, you ought to just get with the program, do what everybody else is doing, peer pressure, whatever. Be you. Your day will come. You will shine. The universe will shine on that which is functional. I truly live by that, and I've seen it in my life. So, like I said, I've been on set with a lot of legends, right? And I'm not going to name who this person is out of respect for, for a lot of reasons. Just, I might be trying to quote them, and I don't want to misquote. So that's one of the number one reasons I'm not going to say who it was. But let's just say this is someone who's extremely influential, extremely wealthy, and has made it from nothing to something in my lifetime. You know what I mean? And they're older than me. They've been doing it for a while, and they're very successful at what they do. And they tend to be a big inspirational speaker too. They love to speak inspiration and help people figure out which way to go in life and things. And so they were talking about some of their, strong political views on things that have been happening lately. Again, views and opinions expressed don't necessarily reflect those of Honest Content affiliates, etc. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, but they were on, it's like between takes of a particular filming project. They were speaking and saying their opinions on some real, serious issues going on in our society right now. And they were reflecting how it goes into politics. And then they were reflecting on how it goes into how some people's cultural perspective on things can be dysfunctional and needs to change, right? And a lot of people in the audience like myself who know this person's work and have been following them since the beginning of their career were not surprised at all. I'm sitting there like, yep, word, yes sir, oh yeah, definite, While there were other people who have never seen this person outside of a certain TV personality or whatever other things they do. And they, and a lot of times some of that stuff has to be, for lack of a better word, because I think, that can be twisted many times, is politically correct. In attempts to do that, they, hide these other stronger opinions, right? But in the safety and in the power of where they were for this particular conversation, they speak their heart, they speak their mind, they don't care. You either with it or you ain't, and it really don't matter. I'm gonna still say what I gotta say. And I thought, man, what power is that? That's really awesome to be at a place like that in your life where you really are like, I don't care if this makes people feel like they want to get me on any level, legally. How dare them ever think physically to attack this person? You'd be in a world of trouble for what they're worth and what they mean to the industry and everything, So, it's just a lot of levels to it still for them to speak their heart, It could rub people the wrong way. What could this do to their career? And I started thinking, I was like, what has this person already not been through that they would be afraid of that? And then I started thinking about how a lot of times friends of mine, some people I know, they're often literally scared to voice their opinions, or even when it comes to taking work, like not do certain roles because they don't want to be seen as they're not being true to everything and good with everybody. You can't make everybody happy. I'm a strong advocate of that. You cannot and will not make everyone happy. It's not the point of your life. You're here to serve your purpose, your goals, and leave your legacy, period. Not anybody else's. And for anybody else that's doing whatever they do, they should be doing that, not necessarily you if it's not true to you. Only do what's true to you. That's it. Simple and plain, right? And so this person is big on that. They were going hard on that topic even, just saying, how am I messed up to have my belief of this, or this? If I don't like it, I'm going to say that. That's my opinion, and it ain't going to change for nobody. And I'm like, I love this. And then I thought about, like I said, been following this person's career so long, I said, that's real as hell. That means this person has already been through everything. You can't hurt them. They're not scared of anything. And I started thinking how I've been through a lot of things, and I feel that way about a lot of parts of life, even being younger than this person, right? And not having the quote unquote influence they have or whatever. And I realized something. I said, you know what? Like I say, when they were younger, they didn't really bite their tongue when they were young either. Like, what you get now is pretty much what you've always gotten. You may hear some new things you did not know, and they play chess, so they understand, okay, I'm gonna say certain things when I'm in a better place to say them. Now that's just intelligence, so it's all a weighing game, right? But it doesn't mean, if a topic comes up that's controversial for them and they have a difference of opinion, or if they're challenged to be a part of something they don't believe in, they're still not gonna do it. You're just not gonna find them over there. Period. They're not gonna do it. And you can look back at their career and see it. It's like, yeah, for real, they never did. They never did that, did they? Yeah. That's power. That's purpose. That's living your life the way you're gonna live it. And the biggest point of it all is the fact that with all the fear going on of stepping on toes, it's like this. If people don't match up with your ethics, and people don't match up with your logic and your, what keeps you peace and keeps you on your purpose and your legacy, why are you over there anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like, birds of a feather truly do flock together. So more people who think in a certain way do need to get together and do need to acquire each other's skills to get jobs done and need to work together in this business to make better art, because the art will come from people who believe in the art, not from people who, oh yeah, they got the skills, but this person hates what the whole project is about. And I've been on projects where I could literally, I was privy to crew people talking crap about some of the actors or the director or whoever and what they don't like. And I'm thinking to myself, and you got a job on this and you don't even believe in it? Like, wow, I know I wouldn't have hired you. But this is sometimes what happens, right? Because it's such a big picture and it's so many jobs to fill, right? But then with so many people looking for work, needing work, having the skills, just not having the opportunity because of gatekeeping, there's no excuse. What I'm getting at is there's always a way for people of like mind to work with other people of like mind. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in, it's like I'm not a smoker. On most sets, most crew and stuff, they smoke. I always say when I become everything I plan to be and I start executive producing on a higher level of films, you ain't gonna be able to smoke on my set. You wanna quit smoking, you gonna patch it up or whatever, take whatever pill, do that while you're there. But if you puffing, you gone. Like, I'm not gonna have it because I can't take it around me. I don't like the smell of it. I've gotten sick off of it from being in the environment where there's too many people smoking around me. It's disgusting, it's horrible. I could go on and on all the reasons I don't like it. But the bottom line is, and a lot of people don't, but a lot of people also feel like, it just goes with a certain mentality. Why? There's other people who are, rough and tumble guys and gals who love to build things and don't have to do this all day. You know what I'm saying? And someone might say, yeah, but then you're going to get the drinkers too. You can drink what you want off work. Just don't come to work drunk. Don't come to work drunk and you cannot smoke. Period, point blank. For one example, not going to allow it. If it were mine, multi-million-dollar project, whatever million-dollar project, not going to allow it when that day comes because I don't want that environment. If there's a way around it, I'm going to find it because that's something I don't want in my sets. And I want to build a certain work environment, a certain mental philosophy, a certain health philosophy, and everything about how to get the best art. It's serious to me. It's not even like, something to be debatable. And this is what I'm getting at about how you can put your foot down and say what you want, get what you need, and get the people you need because somebody hears you. While there might be a popular consensus that thinks, man, what does this do? Whatever, on a lot of things. Whatever, leave them over there with whatever they talking about. Let them go on and have their short lives with their pathetic habits and won't break it for nobody and mad that folk won't take them as they are. Well, you got to take this as it is. We're not changing. And that's what I realized about hearing this, very successful, like I say, this is an extremely influential, multi-millionaire, mega millionaire person in the biz talking their stuff and standing on it. And ain't nobody going to throw them out. Other people are making too much money with them to deny them their way of being. It's worked this far. Why rock the boat now? Which is why I'm saying you got to start young. Don't think, oh, I gotta wait and just take it and just be this other person and be fake and not be myself and all that until I make it. Fake it till you make it come. No, don't fake a damn thing. Be you, and whoever's with you gonna be with you. Whoever was never for you is gonna always fall off. And it's worse to get that heartbreak long down the road. I promise you, in every aspect of life, it's worse to get the fallout later. Nothing's worse than severed relationships when you're at a higher place in needing people to finish jobs, and now you gotta fire people and rehire people and everything because you find out that they on some other crazy stuff, and you got some nutballs on the job with you that don't have the right mental stability or physical stability you need to get the job done or whatever. Or, hey, look, set up an early, understood work culture around your business and around your art and your creative endeavors, and force people to respect it, because once they do, the word gonna get out. Yo, you wanna go over there, man? He don't do that. She don't do that. They don't do that. What? Nah, man, I'm serious. Like, you cannot work there. It's like any other job. There are jobs where you understand. If you're late by a minute, you're gone. I never forget when I worked at, I'll mention this just to make the point. Well, no, I'm still not gonna mention it because it's still a company and they ain't putting no money on our 501c3 nonprofit Honest Con. But I'm just gonna say a major transport company. I remember once upon a time I did seasonal work for them. And they said, if you come to any day of work late, a minute late, you are fired. And I always thought there was a plant in the meeting, because this lady came to the meeting. We had like our orientation for a couple of days. She came in a little late. And as soon as she walked in the door, and they said, I'm sorry, you can dismiss. She's like, well, she said, I don't want to hear it, you're fired. And I was like, no, that was too much. You ain't have to yell at nobody. You're fired still. They still tripping. Push the button, security. Now we can handle all that. You don't need to be getting all upset. But it was over, y'all. Just like that. It was over. I was just like, dang, they ain't playing up in here. They ain't playing. They for real about that thing. So I respected it. I understood. I'm sitting in the parking lot like everybody was sitting in the parking lot for 20 to 30 minutes before the time to go in, to just go in the damn gate. That's how serious that was. Understood, respected. You knew if you want this work, we're not gonna, it's none of the conversation. I love jobs. I love situations where it's like, what are we talking about? Why is there an argument? There's no need for an argument. Either you did or you didn't. If you didn't, goodbye. You want to get nasty? That leads to other, and it's all legal, because it's like now you're being boisterous. Folk can come get you. It is what it is. You signed the contract that said you understood this. So that's the kind of work situation, that's the kind of life situation you had to put out to get the results you might want out of this thing. And like I say, don't be afraid to speak your truth. Stand in your truth. Be your truth at all times, and know that there's other people who see you. And that's and you only want to attract birds of the same feather. So much respect to everybody trying to get it like that and build real teams. Art Life Forever. Honest Con. Peace.